The new administration in Washington has appointed 2 special envoys to assist Hillary Clinton. The veteran peace broker Richard Holbrooke has been appointed to Afghanistan, Pakistan and India, while the equally seasoned George Mitchell will take responsibility for the Middle East. News of the appointments came as the UN Emergency Relief Coordinator, who's assessing the damage to Gaza, said he found the destruction there more shocking than he'd expected.
The UN's Humanitarian Affairs Chief, John Holmes, has continued his tour of Gaza, trying to assess the damage ahead of launching an international appeal to raise money for reconstruction. John Holmes said it can't be repaired until the right materials are allowed through the border crossings.
Some of the things we saw today, I had expected things to be bad. I had expected to see a lot of destruction. What I saw was actually more shocking than I had expected, both in its extent and in its nature.
As the UN racks up the cost of repairs, the Obama administration has reaffirmed America's commitment to Israel's right to defend itself against legitimate threats.
Just as the terror of rocket fire aimed at innocent Israelis is intolerable, so too is a future without hope for the Palestinians.
President Obama's new special envoy to the Middle East, George Mitchell, is no stranger to the region's problems. When tasked by President Clinton to find ways to halt the violence, he recommended an end to Israeli settlements and a crackdown on Palestinian militants. But the former senator is probably best remembered for brokering the historic Good Friday peace accords in Northern Ireland. Meanwhile, Israel's Foreign Minister Tzipy Livni has told reporters in Brussels that the Gaza operation will not end until the release of an Israeli soldier abducted by Hamas-led gunmen almost 3 years ago.
An open issue, a painful issue for every Israeli, and this is the fact that the Israeli abducted soldier Gilad Shalit is still in captivity, and this is talking about Hamas. This also needs to get an answer. The sooner, the better.
Israeli officials said a successful prisoner swap could pave the way for lifting its blockade of Gaza.
Dr. Ahmed Youssef, one of the most senior Hamas officials to speak publicly since the ceasefire, took me to the ruins of a religious center. He denied Israel's claim that places like this were used by Hamas fighters and made a comparison.
When for 10 years and more, the IRA bombing London and some British cities, I never heard that the British government sent F-16 or any of the military might they have to destroy Belfast.
Religious music drifts over the ruins of Zaytun, just outside Gaza City. Israeli troops killed at least 29 civilians here. The dead were all related to these women from the Samuni clan. Zinat Samuni sits with her 3-week-old baby daughter where they once lived in a new world of loss. She says Israeli soldiers herded several families into their house. She saw them shoot her husband between the eyes. Then she says they opened fire on the rest, sisters, cousins, children, and killed her 4-year-old son and others. Israel says it's investigating. Zanat said Hamas was defending the country and Israel wanted to drive them out to take their land. Israel believes the people will come to blame Hamas for their pain. Not here.